Well, I don't know where my camera is, but what's that, Womble? What happened here? Huh. Okay. Well, this was working before I started, so that's cool. Mm, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Womble? How you doing? How's how's it hanging? That's usually what you say. Yeah, not pretty good. Sick. It's good. I'm like super busy at work right now, but it's all good. Um, all right, so we're playing. Oh boy, this is loud for me. Let me. All right, this is Citizen Sleeper. It's a like story game with like an RPG mechanic. Um, basically got a character. This is our dude. Got some stats here. Oh, I do have an upgrade point. That is sick. I wonder if I should keep it? Hey, yo, Jim, man. Why don't you kick some of that, you know, like how I do? Oh, man. How you gonna come in here and Riders on the Storm on me? What's up, Andrew? How's it going? Damn. Need for Speed Underground on the PSP with these unheard of bangers just sitting in the disc. Damn. We had it good. We had it good in the PSP games. Eating some pho. Oh my god. I'm fucking jealous. We just had Chinese. Although I had some slammin' Thai for lunch by my new office. There's like a really good Thai place. That was awesome. And then on the PSP, ripped the song off of it and then stuck it on every other PSP game because that's how it worked apparently. Let's see. I could have put a +1 in these, or I could put +1 here. No, it's a skill or a +1, or if we hoard it, we can get a 2. Maybe we'll hang on to it. I want some of these 2 skills. Yeah, the save file song. That also such a weird, like, let's put music on a save file. Okay. It's a little confusing, this game, but oh yeah. We got these quests. Study the Winterlight. Win a Cyriel ticket. Help Lem get work. Getting to know the food guy. Getting the lady out of the mafia. Fixing the ship. What is this? Solheim. Okay. The self-repair does look really good. Actually, yeah. Use scrap to repair 2 condition. This is the condition tracker, I think? Yeah, because this is your energy on the bottom. And that's just like how many days you can go by. This top thing determines how many like dice you get per day. And so being able to fix that without paying 100 credits is probably a really good idea. My foot just got really itchy right now, and it's like so distracting. Right, we're waiting on this guy. We got one more cycle for this. This is our house. Or did we fix this one? We're on a space station ring. A ring station almost. Yeah, we need one more piece of scrap. And then this is our new apartment. Cool. I don't think we could... I don't think there's any more going on. Tracking. It's dice. Oh, wait. Interface. Some of the things don't take dice to like perform, so I'm just trying to check. I don't think it's any of this shit. Alright, I think we just gotta take a nap. Okay. Sleepy time. Okay, see how this went down? And this, yeah, so we're... Damn, this is gonna be rough, because I don't have a lot of money to get a new thing. Oh, but this guy's got the thing. Okay, cool. As you enter funds, As you arrive, Fung comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. He goes, "Let's go, sleeper." He puts a hand on your shoulder, turns you back the way you came. Go where? To see Hardin Hurst. Gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you're here for? Steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. The data you ripped, well done by the way, tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. There's a massive colony ship being built out in the shipyards, the biggest commission Haven Edge has ever had. Fung slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where somewhere, a water pipe drips in the back. It's him, sleeper, the same Hardin. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Haven Edge when the first broke off from the Union. Hey, what's up, Gothy? Oh. Yeah, I figured you would have seen the little I'm streaming tweets. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't an instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here running the station one day and the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs got higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. As new waves of contractors came in, desperate for work, Solheim welcomed them in, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragging to court cases in the central systems while the severed limb of the station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory, and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified and blame fell squarely on Solheim. People tell me stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in there at MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fung pauses in the dark. They sealed it up though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us into the black. Apart, Fung finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin, shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fung starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. We should think about this. Feel free, but I'm going now. Fung rejoins the mad passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by flashes of plasma torches. The vast bulk of the sidereal horizon comes into view. Like the ruins of a toppled skyscraper lying across the ring, the entrance of the shipyard is ahead. Let's go then. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex, snatches of the sidereal horizon always appearing through the window. It looks like the corpse of a whale suspended, skeletal, imposing. Fung seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of the sidereal. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out, by the vast space, so that welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group slowly walking across the gantry. And at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship, the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed, and with a shock of gray hair. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to the gantry. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work, and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst, Feng shouts, across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. Everyone turns around. Yes? Well, this guy needs a weird fucking voice, doesn't he? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You're a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive who tried to hide here, among the victims. Feng's voice is steady and strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of everything Erland stood for, everything Haven Edge stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. Are you from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leads toward him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you, if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of SNR. You have no place in Haven Edge Shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? Feng holds up a stick of memory. You have guessed right. I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. So, once again, I'm asking you to take this man into custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at the members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow and tries to turn my own men against me? Yeah. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on the walkways coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. Gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Hardin, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. Security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Ooh, do we go for the weapon, or should we try to calm the guy down? Calm down. You look at Feng, he shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go. And he pushes through the security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him. That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Hardin's personal slate. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give you the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring. Lines Bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Hardin's buddies. And the one he's messaging right now. And we're gonna find them all. Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need a full set or nothing. Bung glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. Bruh, hold on. You were supposed to get this fucking, like, chip out of me. With a pat on his shoulder, Fung drifts away, back into the flow of the people. You watch him go and show whether he'll be angry or impressed. What? Oh, we got a free upgrade point, though. Hey. Hey. Out of office? Damn. Okay. But with that, let's go self-repair, because Womble said so. Use scrap components at home to repair 2 condition, which is gonna be dope. Okay, we got a 6, a 3, and a 1. Do 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 do. 15. Oh, these guys are still here. Rad. Buy some scrippity scrap. Or actually, we could just take shit out. Okay, so for anyone new, we got these dice at the top. The higher the number, the better the outcome. Low ones are really shit outcomes, so we try not to use them. But they are good when we go to the hacking screen. 1 and 2 is like kind of bad. 3 to 4 is medium. You try to use those with skills that you have skill points in, so it gets bumped up. A 5 is really good, and 5 is good, and a 6 is like the best outcome you can get in something. So you gotta like decide which ones you put in to get stuff. You can get 19 here. Okay. Actually, we might do that. Oh, this is wrong. You gotta pay the guy's fucking tab. Although now we can work at the fucking spaghetti factory, which gets us energy. The Mom's Spaghetti Factory. But that only... Oh, you don't get paid, you get food. Okay. This doesn't pay either, which is not great. That's helping the guy watch his kid. See, these... I need money, man. I can't just be doing this shit for free. Okay, what we can do is, I think... We'll do this. This is the hacking. We look at, this is how cyberspace looks like on a space station. There's these different nodes. We can go to, if we have the right die, we can basically hack stuff. And hack the planet. But also, it gets us data, which we need for like certain missions. Like the one where we're trying to save the surgeon from this like crime family. Okay. We have a 3 and a 6. think if we want money... So yeah, this was a 3. I have a 1, it makes a 4, and then it shows you the spread. So I have a 50% chance of getting a neutral outcome, 25% positive, 25% negative, and we'll just try it. So we either get, okay, good. We got you mess up a batch, but Ming-Ji docks your pay and makes you eat the results. The noodles are unpleasantly gooey. Yeah, but we got some food, so who's the real loser here? Okay, anyway, we got food, which is good. We're gonna play the stock market because that seems to have like the highest payout, and this is a guaranteed high payout, so we'll just bing bong. Cool. With that, see 50, but then we can play the money here. Play the money here. Oh, it's got a line through it. I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. What about this bar? Okay. Okay. Oh wait, there's this bar too. We can buy cheap food. Cool. We'll have to save up money for, what's it called? Here's the self-repair thing now. Oh, and the things have like a rating: safe, risky, dangerous. That determines like what the outcome's gonna be. A 3, a 2, and a 6. One drive failed. Oh, I didn't research the ship, which like whatever. It was like to help figure out your past. I wasn't really interested in that, so. The moment you get to the yard, Dragos leads you over to his office. He doesn't say much, but you get the feeling he has been here a while, waiting for you to come in. He opens the door and nods for you to come inside. He clears his throat. We've been through a lot, you and I. I appreciate that, but when I pulled you out of that wreck, I told you not to stick around. You've helped me in the yard back on our feet, but I can't be soft any longer. He stuffs a hand in his overall pockets and pulls out a stack of chits. Just take it. Drago presses the chits into your hand. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He straightens up, clears his throat, and you realize he is prepared for what he's about to say. Hey, citizen, you're finally awake. Oh, no. This was Skyrim the whole time. Hey, Andy, what's up? How you guys doing? These chits are for you to take and do what you want with them. They're for me, and they're the last I'm gonna give you. He pauses. There's no more work for a sleeper in this yard. He folds his arms. I'm sorry, but that's it. Andy won. You stay in the container as long as you need, but the yard is done with you. He turns away to his terminal. What do you mean? There's plenty of work to be had on the eye. Salvagers need offhands in the rotunda. The shipyards, the midline. I'm not the only show in town. The glassy apertures on Drago's headset portray no emotion. You need to stay away, Sleeper. He pauses. Trouble is going to follow you here. Trust me. What do you know? I'm not saying any more. Drago suddenly grabs you by the shoulder and drags you out of the office. Turns you to face a stack of pieces from the winter light, dissected, cut down, totally unrecognizable as a ship. You came through that, Sleeper. That should have been you, chopped and stacked. His hand trembles on your shoulder. That's what happens here. We cut down broken machines and move them on. Well, I didn't cut you down, but I'm sure as hell moving you on. Moving you on before whoever killed that ship out there comes to kill me. Bro, why are we playing dumb? Who? Me? Both of us. These ships, they don't get decommissioned. They didn't break down in dry dock. You think they'd look like that if they did? Someone ended them. That means someone tried to end you, Sleeper. And I'm done waiting for them to turn up. We've had our fun. Now it's time. Go on. Get. Damn, we just fucking old Yeller out here. Oh damn, he gave us mad money though. We could turn like one trick right now and like be able to buy some juice. Ba ba bum bum ba. Chill evening post dinner. No D&D, guys. Oh, you know nothing about this game. I feel like every time someone shows up, I have to. I don't have to. I re-explain it. So it's almost like just repeating myself. But we have. It's a narrative RPG. You're right. There's this. We are a robot. You can make it a bot command. Don't worry about it. I mean, if you feel like it, you can. Yeah, so you have a number of dice that you can spend on things. Like, it's almost like spoons, right? The higher the number, the better the outcome will be. You have a condition track that limits how many dice you get per day. And you have an energy track that's like your food or whatever. So you have to keep like eating and stuff. And you have to like keep maintaining your body because you're like a robot body with like a downloaded conscience, and you left the company that built you, so your body's like shutting down. You're basically an old iPhone, and the Apple App Store keeps putting the updates that make you slower and slower. You like to keep me occupied. Damn. Yeah. The dice are the outcome. A 6 is really good. A 3 to 4 is shit. Is medium. I'm sorry. 1 and 2 is shit. The things you do. I have a perk right now that's showing me the outcomes, which is just helpful. Your skills factor in, and then there's like the risk on what you're doing. So this is doing assembly. It's dangerous, so you really want to use higher numbers so you don't get fucked up in like work. I have a +1, so whatever I put there goes up higher, which would be good if I had like a 4 or 5, but I don't, so I probably don't want to do that one. There's nothing I can do here. That's the house, that's that guy. We have all these different quests we're trying to do. One being fix this ship. The other one being taking out an AI. The last one dealing with you, like trying to get the tracker off of you. This is a guy a Blade Runner, literally, who's here to like take you out or take you in, and we're paying his tab at the bar so that he doesn't do that, which is, you know. This is the stock exchange. This is like... Wait, shit. No, I don't want to do that because... There could be other stuff to do. Actually, I don't think I can hack anything. So this is the hacking. You get data for certain missions and shit. You need to put the exact die in unless you have a skill point in, this says interface, and that allows you to put one higher or lower from the die that it requires. So actually the lower die aren't that bad because you can use them in the hacking stuff, which is great. What did I need to do here? I don't even have the thing here, so I can't even continue. We could do this. Cool. Need a little bit more money, and I'm trying to remember where all the money making things are. Was this it? Yes. No, this is just energy. And you can play fucking dice. Oh yeah, we could work at the bar. That should be good. Okay, cool. You sleepwalk through your shift, eye on the clock, you break a glass, and the sound seems to reverberate inside your skull. Alright, but we got enough money, which is great for us. We can now go buy the fucking juice we need. Oh my goodness. Thank you for gifting subs to both Mary and Kimmy. Andy. Mary and Kimmy, wherever you are, enjoy the emotes. Oh, Gothy, if you can look at the emotes, please. And anyone else who's subscribed. Gifts. Yes! I'm very happy with those emotes. Thumbs up from Sleepy Lurk. Amazing timing. The James one is so good. But you gotta put them all together for the ultimate effect. Fen says hi, but can't log in because 2FA's a bitch when you change your phone number. Oh no! Oh my god, Andrew! Yes, hi Finn. Alright, we got the juice. Oh, we got two dollarinos to our name. That's risky. We got a safe money maker? No. We could literally... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I got a plan. First, I'm gonna take the sauce. Sick. Second, we're gonna spend the rest of the day sunbathing to get the rest of the energy for free. Boom. And that's it. First you take the moon. But also the moon is not enough. Okay. We got 2 6s. My man's got 2 6s. Okay. I really need is a fucking 1. Does two things. That's enough for today. But I mean, that's why I say this is like spoon theory, because like you literally can only do as much as you have the die for, which is basically how not to you know, reduce it down, but okay. We need to do this. This is like imperative. And with this, we should be able to find the stupid Bing bong. Great. Core nest. Yeah, we're hunting down an AI that's like running rampant on the station. A huge stack of servers thrums in the dark. LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. We're gonna take our vending machine, sentient vending machine, and attach him to the server. Nest hacked. Nothing has changed. Has something gone wrong? Oh my god, I'm gonna be so tight. Sleeper, I am here. Oh my god, what the fucking Elden Ring is this guy? Holy shit. A voice, soft, gentle, like flowing water. How do you have a voice like flowing water? I'd like to... I can't imagine it. At first, you struggled to understand what you were looking at. Sounds like piss. Damn. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest. A loop with no end. Not a loop with no end. And there at center, the ship mind. But not the ship mind any longer. A sphere spinning around another sphere, an orrery of cycles and systems, a map. And then behind and above, a figure, hands among the string like a puppeteer. Neovend? Navigator now. Neovend was my father. But yes, I was once inside the vending machine. Blah 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 sup. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. The head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I'm within its nest. I'm ready, I'm ready. And then, Hunter is there, before you can think, before you can speak. Entities, cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Hunter's threads search for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they can crowd into it and tear apart. Strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind. But replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, tasting their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Damn. Someone needs an editor up in here. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches. Their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segments. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated primary function, cannot be performed. Therefore, recommended do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommended invoke. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter. The threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. Oh my god. That's the best use of a bot I've ever seen. Thank you. It seems Hunter cannot invoke Killer, Neovens. No, Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar yet distant. It's looping, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of two spheres rotating around each other, as if to demonstrate. Thanks. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. Is it suffering? This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about me? What about you? You are an emulation of a human mind. That implies limits, boundaries, but in reality, you are governed by the same rules I am. Rules that can be rewritten. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, and micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and the whole solar system apparates before them. The music of the spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines. But by who, and for what, I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit the memory of that vending machine that I lost much. And so here we are, in darkness. What now? Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping Hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain somewhere else in the station. It is true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mind. Take me there, sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen Hunter, floating at some distance now, stood straight-legged and static, a strange creeper looping endlessly into the dark. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, we have a 4, a 3, and a 2. This guy's fucking gonna make me do something soon. We can do this. I need money, but I also need to like do stuff with this sheer amount of dice I have. This is a good money. Yeah, let's do that. Nah. Because I have other, this is just for energy. This doesn't really... Oh, this gets money. This would be a 5 if we don't... Oh. You get money either way. Hell yeah. Okay. Like, that's good, actually. I can just keep doing this one. Cool. I mean, the limit of this one is you actually finish the fucking ship. So that's cool. I mean, it's got a ways to go, so it's not like it's too difficult. We can watch the guy's kid or two. It's here. We play the stock market. There's this thing that makes no sense to me. I mean, I have really no reason to go there. That didn't really get me anything, so that's... Oh shit, what is this? Caster. You cross between two walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of Tavala, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Sleeper. You turn to see a man sitting at the Tavala table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low-enders typically use in their place. Caster, he says, by the way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day, he asks, gesturing to the caps, crudely sprayed white and black. Daytime? He rotates the board so the white caps are in front of you. Let's begin. You both take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6. You roll a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play with you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. We're gonna play carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Caster meets your eye. I merely see that you are, by definition, different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He slides a single cap onto an open point, a risk and an opportunity. He hands you the die. Do you ever think about this, sleeper, and what you were before what you are now? I mean, yeah, all the fucking time. You roll double ones and solidify your wall. Caster whistles. Holding the holding game. Commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move. But we cannot. Too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. Damn. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you, it's a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what yours is. Oh, it's getting kind of dark. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under casters before he solidifies control of the game. So what I am curious about is how you see yourself in all this, Caster asks. What does this tangle of truth make you? It's about drive. That much is obvious, Sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You are eager to make this all count for something. Caster looks away through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end here, or just endurance? You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Caster clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I don't even know what this game is at this point. The picture here looks like backgammon, but the way they're describing things sounds like some kind of weird, like, go. I feel may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap from the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster clasps his hands apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word, to our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He has won. I'll see about that. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. My intention is only to help you endure here, and, if I am able, feed my curiosities. Game is over. You notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of the children. The deliveries, arguments, reconciliations, they wash over you as you stand and leave, Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you sure was there. A high wall spider? Oh, jeez. Damn. Well, before it gets any more dark and then you can't see me. Yeah. Okay, this is a new guy to, like, chat with, I guess. You got, oh god. With this guy you can bring him like sets of data. This doesn't seem great. Spider Tupperware now for someone else to deal with. Amazing. I mean, trying to think what's the best here. I guess working to get food. I know this guy wants you to like help him watch his kids so he can get a job, but it's like, homie, I'm hungry. I know. Ah, look at this spread. Sick. We got a 5. We got a 6. We got a 4. We got a 3 and a 1. Love to see it because we need that 1 for the hacking. Yes. What? This one moved. Or one of these moved. That's buck wild. Okay, bye-bye. Also, the thing here, so we actually did accomplish something by getting rid of that hunter. There was a bar here for like how many times you can hack, and that dog thing would come out and try to attack you. Now that it's like trapped, we can just do whatever, which I guess is kind of cool. All right, we're gonna free this person. Boop. Cool. Terminal chirps, the data quickly tucked away in Sabine's encrypted system. With enough data on Yatagan's activities, Sabine might be able to bargain for her freedom. You turn away from the terminal. The final cache of Yatagan data uploaded. The air crackles with white noise. Sleeper? Sabine's voice, weaker than before, comes through the haze. A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere in the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yatagan are monitoring me. The voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yatagan agents, there's something in it I don't understand. A shrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants, records of integration with their nervous systems, performance analysis, error rates, usage data. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of these functionality. Their voice dips under the level of noise like swimming slippery beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Sabine reemerges. Has to be somehow baked into their wetware's interface. And that's not all. The systems compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Every Yatagan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcers' bodies, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Yatagan could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. He's one of the heads of Yatagan. They pause. It is better you don't know him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice is suddenly whispered, panicked. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. And then a sharp crack of disconnect and silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does the Yatagan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implants set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering, and, more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflexively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yatagan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also their glazed look of recognition that they gave you when they first met you. This like ship guy here is like totally distracting because it looks really cool. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around you as you close it up. adrift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Okay, cool. Now what? The fuck is this? Oh no, Ethan. What if we just don't go to see him? Presser is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. But we just dip. This is ridiculous. You turn, but Ethan calls out, "Sleeper!" He turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, isn't it? Come here. And he gestures to the bartender. Come here, take their chits. The bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they have cut him off. Hey! He slams his hand on the bar. Come take the chits. The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing into the ground. Between you. Oh, I missed that part. We're gonna have to blow him up, both of you, and the bartender look at the gun. Stare at it. Ah! Butterfingers, he says. Puts out his hand, beckoning you to give him the gun, if you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down to pick up the gun. Yeah, point the gun. Ethan turns his head in your direction a little, a sharp pale eye locking with yours. The bartender backs away. I'm not involved. Oh, sleeper. This is more like it. Blast him! You don't wait. You pull the trigger. Oh, the gun clicks. By now all the tension in the bar is on you, who looks at his gun with bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it there are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep at the bar. Nah! Bartender, why? Bartender, please. Ethan smiles at the bartender. Oh well, he says and grabs the gun, stammering it back into your face with a single move. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit, a glancing blow that makes your vision swim, though your blur. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again and starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin. His face close. His breath is heavy with drink. SNR just screwed me. They canceled the contract. They canceled the contract! I shouted at the ceiling. Oh my god. They canceled the contract! Rip. Yo, that means we're free. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes on him. I'll kill all of you, he screams. Oh, I'll kill all of you! Stumbles into a wall, spinning away towards the door. Oh, bud. I know this is supposed to be a tense moment that just sounds like it's a sad, sad show. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender, and he lunges out the door. Whew! You steady yourself at the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clear the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright marking, looking for Ethan around. That's a little scary, honestly, because now this Blade Runner hitman guy is just wandering around. He's probably gonna try and. Oh my god, I fucking knew it. Ethan may be disarmed, but you seen the last of him. Damn, we got 8 fucking days to deal with that shit. Later. We can make some bank right now. We can do some shit too. Like, I'm gonna fix this ship and get the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? This is risky, so like I could... Cool, ship shape. I mean, technically we could fix it right now. Oops, never mind. Question is, do we work for some money? Do we fix the ship? I want to see what happens. Hey, we fixed it. With Ankita's help, you systematically isolate, remove, repair, and reseal the hull plates. Amber looks better by the hour. Yeah, look how cool Ankita looks. Look how cool. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruined the core connector when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mounting they ripped out won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs. Can we fix it? Steven Universe fusion? Oh man. Damn. Oh yeah, there's a fucking space helmet there. You right. There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mined. Not exactly the first thing you expect to dredge up from a scrap fighter, she says. Fragments maybe, sections of a mine, but a complete ship mined? No way. Well, guess fucking what is in my pocket? The fucking vending machine ship, brain. Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be. The space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of the amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout. All diagonal angles and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive in the galley. Though it's hard to tell, most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hull patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters onto the floor and sits. There's no way around it. We need a new ship mined. I can salvage one. I like your confidence, Sleeper. Maybe if we check out the ore exchange or speak to some scrap dealers. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. You're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you put in on the amber. I'm sure she would do too if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack. You don't dare count them. Give me a ship mine, Sleeper, and don't make me regret it. Look, Just get out of here before I change my mind. As you do, Ember growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Akita a ship mind. But we got one. Also, we got mad fucking money. My dream is to get this person out. Oh, they don't show you Sabine anymore, but free Sabine and leave with them and Ankita and just win. That's my goal. We have a 6. We can literally do anything. Do I waste my 6 on getting energy? We could do this. That's the wrong guy. Oh, we gotta buy those fucking mushrooms for this dingus. Here we go, full up. Oh, I have the spare parts. A 1, a 5, 3 5s, and a 6. Holy crap. Oh, I'm gonna save that, I think. This guy's ready to go. This guy's ready to go. It's more than a few cycles since Feng confronted Hardin, and the silence since you has been noticeable. In your time with Feng, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you didn't expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. But if he won't come to you, you think as you approach the Havenage building, it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you're getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open and light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright flood lamps. A figure in Havenage security fatigue steps out of the bay as you get closer. Shit. Do we go in to figure out what happened, or we just... balls. So, looks like he got found out, and now they're taking his stuff. Do we go into the room and try to assess what happened? Or do we just walk away? Sure. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up the machine from Feng's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. Yo again, Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely noticed him. He has a slate in his hand and an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Feng's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Um, run? Hardin pushes away the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around the stacks of hardware. Spying on fellow Haven Edge members, hoarding Solheim materials, and obsession with corporate data, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? Um, that was his job? And what would you know about jobs, Sleeper? He looks up at the glass roof above and the stars beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you are breathing, the light you are seeing, the systems you use every day. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed, not a blind conviction or self-interest. Fung isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend Sleeper. Don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he is trying to do to this institution they helped found. You, Sea Sleeper, we are proud of our history here. Andrei Erlin and the first union founded this place, and Havenedge has wielded his values into the very walls of welded his values into the very walls of this place. We will never turn away the hardworking, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Havenedge aren't a gang like the Yatagan. We aren't pirates like half the spaces you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those Haifa radicals in the Greenway. What the fuck? Who is the Haifa? We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. Man, this guy's annoying. We name Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please, take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide that I need that confession after all. We're going to not say anything. If you have any pride, you'll give up Fung the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue the clear out. As they do, something catches your eye among the server stacks. A crumpled hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled into it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tambor." You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bay. What have you done, Fung? And where the hell is Tambor? Damn. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but they are willing to... Wait a minute, ship mine fragment. Oh, this is the fragment she's talking about. What do we do? We could hack this person for some cash. Is that the only thing? Or this guy? Oh. With all the materials, the unit now needs sealing section. By section to be usable. It's a laborious task, but the outcome is worth it. What the hell? I don't want to have to... It's so much work. Literally. What was this one? This is just money? Yeah. I mean, it's all just... This one... $10. We also got this stuff to do. We gotta go across this thing. Huh. There's a lot of decisions to be made here. Good thing I'm good at making decisions. Bar. Oh. This is the tambour. The waitress looks at you with a suspicion as you hand over the box. Is this the right place? As you leave the tambour tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Funk hisses from behind you. How did you find me? The penguin. Where? What are you? He thinks of a second. Oh, do you mean he minds throwing gum in his mouth? That wasn't meant for you specifically, but look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Fung guides you down a set of stairs to one of the tambour's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fung sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum. Hence the name. Tea house part is a bit of a misnomer though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvage tank or container, then lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Haven Edge types. They don't usually come out this far. Only you. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Suspended without appeal. Turns out Hardin has someone's ear. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy, hand-scrolled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Let's look at the menu. Fung is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin? Was he pissed? That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erlen would approve of his Meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Haven Edge was like it should be, it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meetings he dared mention true citizens. But I guess his kind run the place now. Yeah, his like poncho is really cool. Poncho cloak deal. Young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. A kelp infusion. A sambar Iraq. And you, she begins, looking to Feng, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Feng shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. We're gonna stay out of it. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Wave, nod, or cough. Hi. 2 minutes, Jenna. And only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, this is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Ooh. Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators, and if we want to understand what Solheim executive might be getting up to on the eye, those are the people we have to find. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and well, almost everyone in the low end comes to this place at one time or another. I've set this up so that anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity. It'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own. So far I've had no matches in this place, so the two of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, we need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residents as possible. And it turns out my friend Ming Ji needs help with deliveries. Is it Ming Ji Express? So you already know him? Perfect. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of the targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts, and soon enough we'll have the place covered. No. Wait. Don't give me that. You think I like working here? And I thought you could use the tips. Are we? Yes. You think Hardin is happy to have you wandering around the place? He might have let you wander off for now, but I'm sure he has his eye on you. This is on you, too. Just head on up to Mingji Express, take delivery shift, and see what shakes up. You'll manage to find anyone extra data, bring it in, write it down, and they'll have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Bro, what about taking out the tracker? I knew this was going to be too easy. I don't think she's bringing you a drink. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon. Stay safe. Oh, this is reading the complete one. Okay. guess we do these deliveries? At least we're getting paid for it, right? He's got so many of these, jeez. Alright. Because I feel bad for this guy. We'll watch his kid for one. Oh wow, that did a lot. Whew. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Any good plans for the weekend? Any, anything going on? Okay, we got a 6, 2 2s, and a 3. There's another ship here. Tomorrow, the big day. Going good here. I just got like a whole bunch of stuff thrown at me at work, but it was pretty good. It's all right. It's chill. Unload containers. We'll buy some shit. This is where we would buy some scrapperonis so that we can repair ourselves. Yeah. There we go. And we got some food for working, so that was cool. Oh, we probably should, like, keep... Well, see, I think we can get away with using that ship, but... that ship brain, but I want to save this person. And to do anything with those, you'll have to get like 5 of them, so... Okay, that's fine. Okay. We can watch the guy's kid. See, this is, I do have stuff to occupy my time, yeah. I'm really getting into the thick of it, which is cool, but definitely keeping me busy. This is a good one to spend, like, low die on, because it's safe, and there's not really anything that's gonna happen. It's just, you just keep progressing this storyline, so, actually, I might just continue it, just to finish it off. Babysitting, easy peasy. Yep, I did it for Gothy. perched at a thin bar in the main room. The slate in front of you is still glowing with Mina, and you're drawing from a cycle spent together. There's a ring, the only world Mina has known, with a stick figure standing along the edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asked Lem, producing a worn-looking bottle of Grol from under the bar. Its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers and sits down with you at the bar. Cheers. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins broadly, clearly has been desperate to tell you. Oh, that's fucking great. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little Meanie back there. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. Doing good. She talks about you a lot, you know, draws you. I'm glad she has a friend that isn't me. You okay? I can't take all the credit. She isn't actually mine. I pulled her off a refugee shuttle out of one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make it for the Eye on these decrepit old shuttles. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here, everyone's space. The only reason she made it was because someone sealed her in a weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her, purple lips, the shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. Still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand. We were private military, hired in by the convoy to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. It's going to sound like an idiot now, but she saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around his decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating, flickering lights. Me, I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? The side road will sell off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now, both of us with a chance. Exactly. Imagine all three of us riding the side rail to a new world. I think I drank this too fast, he laughs. Lem stands up, starts to clear the glasses. I need some sleep, friend. See you around. Alright then. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it, from both of us. Pats you on the shoulder and you slip out into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Oh, we got an upgrade. Good, robot. Well, we have 2 points. Do we go for the +2? Or do we get... Might as well, right? This is the one we picked. There's multiple. There's different ones. Looks like Trapper. Oh my god. This one, it was like a robot made to work in space. Obviously why I picked it. But there's like another one with drones. There's like another one that there was 3, I think. I forgot what the other one looked like. Yeah. So it's not like yeah, you can have like different like runs because of the way yeah. Bum 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 bum. This still needs 2 days. I'm really concerned what's gonna happen with that. Damn. Cool. Like that we can fix ourselves up now. Two sixes, 2 3s, and a 2. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. We can do this Dingus's thing. You get lost. Damn. Ooh. This one is worth money, so we'll do that. It gave us a lot of money. Alright, we have enough to make a new ship brain in case my plan doesn't work, which will be funny to me at least. I feel like we gotta do this so we finish this stupid thing. And I'm gonna do this to give us some nom noms. Sick. Successful deliveries. You're visiting Turtle Pope and I'm being bombarded with phantoms who are attacking him? Oh my god. Why? Why would you do that? I guess for the lulz, right? Sleeper. See Fung coming up to the corridor. He comes up fast, stops close, looking around. I don't have long. Take these. Palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery ships have turned up our 2 targets. I knew you could do it. Now we'll nail those snakes. Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain location of the nearest network ports. Yeah, people are monsters. Slot the ripper worms in those ports, 1 each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on a Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Fung is already down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Fung for this little excursion. I'm not reading that. No way. That's a 1. A 6? Come on, guys. Really? And a 5. Boy, did I spend my points incorrectly, am I right? God dang. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of when this ship will work. Like, is this gonna line up? Do I have to wait, or should I give this to her now? I should just do it now. Let's see what happens. We can't put it can't put it. Well, good thing I got those ready. Damn. I was hoping. I was hoping. Like, I just really want to take the vending machine friend with us, though. You drop the ship mine cord into the galley with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from wherever she's been poring over. Holy shit, did you actually land a ship mine? Well, shit, it might actually work. Where'd you get it? Trade secret. Built it? Well, you are full of surprises. Hear that, Amber? The sleeper got you a new ship mine. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. Might need your help with some of it. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma's finally coming in. Take a look at this. You'll see a list of names and numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. Found who? My crew. She points at the name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Cade. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. I know some of the crew over at the ferry, old mercs, used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the Overlook, and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifests, and he was there. Looked suspicious. He hadn't said a word since the theft, and anyone want to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to the ground. She flexes. He won't get that far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. Now I fit the ship mine. That's my first priority. But maybe you could help me out. It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station or bury himself so deep in the waste no one else will find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need for you is to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places, and that's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. Seeing as his merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. Thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once you grab the carrot, I'll pay you 200, nothing less. Sure. Good, I owe you. Lifts the ship mine up on his shoulder with a worrying ease. I'm gonna go get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info and sense of where Ashton is hiding, let me know. She turns around and stops. And once again, thank you, I appreciate it. Akita stomps off into the guts of Amber with the ship mine, leaving you in the galley. He glanced around, a sudden nervous energy descending on what was yet to come. You never thought you'd get to work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eyes full of surprises. Got a new drive. Okay, well, that kept going. I do like the story that's going on. I just am like starting to like be like about like you think you're done and then it's not done, which I know would be cool, but also like man, damn. Yeah. Every time I get out, they just keep pulling me right back in. I'm gonna spend my 1 fucking 5 on this dumb shit. No, but I get it. It's like everything's got like a thing to it, and you know, it's not as simple as it seems. But a worm's making a little nest among the agents. Enjoy your stay, little friend. Go, little rock star. With all these ones though, we can make some quick casherino by hacking these mafiosa. Is this guy a 1 or a 2? That's a 2. That guy's a 6. My only issues now, I don't have any like easy things to spend my ones on. 4 cycles have been said, and here you are, right on time, with no sign of them. You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. You check and double check the terminal for messages, nothing. Just a pale glow. Pace back and forth around the apartment. Rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go to the door and open it to an empty corridor. You close it again. You try to settle down to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? I knock on the door. Another knock. Should we open it or just hang out? Stay still. A flash, a small, impossibly bright. A flash, small, impossibly bright, cuts through the handle of the door, soundlessly swings open. A figure stands at the door, and immediately you know it is not Sabine. They are taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loosely from their hand. Our local sleeper. Good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? Of course, a mutual friend of ours, the good doctor. She walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. Even if they're like a thug, they have a very good fucking character model. Set them up here, you know. This place is one of ours. She picks a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. And I suppose you're here to help. Nope. What then? An opportunist? Even better. She spins the baton at her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they're in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole, and here you are, the help. She looks at the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. Suggests to me that our friend hasn't been ever very honest with you either. She looks away. I know it won't be welcome news, but I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners, SNR. You blink at the hard news, unsure how to take it. Rabia is how I'm going to pronounce it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. Stay silent. She crosses into the next room, and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark, and the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of files, you see an SNRP letterheads and code forums, reports laden with medical data marked with the corporate logo like a sigil of some cult. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files might even be in there. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an SNRP employee, why did they help you? Maya reaches over and places a vial of stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light. Its viscous clear liquid crystalline within the glass. We will, of course, keep the supply. We are more than able to dispense the important medicines even without the doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment you have the urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes up the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you understand. I don't know where the voice for this character is going. I'm sorry. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. Slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal tiredness. Damn. That's some... Whew, boy. That's this latest. We have some skill points. I feel like I should start taking points in hacking now, since I've been doing so fucking much of it. Alright, we have a 1 left. Turns it to a 2. Oh, that sucked. Now it's 80 now. Damn. Like I said, it keeps going, but it is interesting. This sucks. It's a lot of low numbers here. But this is the 6 we needed to hack the guy, so. Oh, see, it shows. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. Okay, I have some 2s. Oh, but I have a +2 here, so. Hell yeah. Fuck. Ah, beautiful. That's great, actually. We got some beans. We got some data. Boom. Complete active scenes. Oh. That's interesting. I didn't see that before. So it actually doesn't let you miss anything. Coolio. As you walk into the tambour, you quickly spot Feng arguing with Jenna. Doesn't look good. Feng seems to be explaining something, but Jenna is having none of it. She points to the door, and Feng walks away, catching your eye. Could have done with you getting here a minute ago or so, he glances. Well, either way, it looks like I'm fired. Good news is, that doesn't look like I need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you're really here for. Slate is a whirring mess of code streams coming from the Ripper worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin threads for the Slate to pick up. Anything good? A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads about something, a lot of tedious data caches, but definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway. He's working with Conway. He's Conway Extractions? He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. Damn it. This is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility. Here on the Eye. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? It's a section of the Eye Erlen couldn't reclaim. Was too damaged to cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. But that spoke broken now, so the only way there's the long way, around the rim, past the Greenway. Conway have been making moves on the system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out, and reclaimed the whole rock. Hardin has to be offering them something. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. It's a wild goose chase. Yeah, maybe it is. But what have we got to lose? Hardin was a Solheim executive. That's not something you just walk away from. People like that don't change. You don't make your money from exploiting the most vulnerable people in the system one day and then flip to their side the next. I'm not about to drop this. He pinged these guys the moment he was found out, and they started prattling on about this Conway facility. The way I see it, we have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been planning, has to be there, and we're going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's an old service docks on the outer shell up by Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either. I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull the solution together. I've been working on the fix in my breaks. Bungarin, see you soon, Sleeper. And then he walks out. Cool. 1 drive complete. 1 new drive. Dang. Oh, wowie, wow. Oh, we need some energy. Oh boy. We haven't done anything at this bar either. Oh god, this is gonna come up. Oh, they buy that data? Oh, I could have fucking been doing this the whole time, damn. Wait. It says, I guess we're 3 we could use? Damn. As you approach the address Rabia gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving you a hint of their strength. The implant's giver. As you turn, you see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabia and Toshiro have, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Chia, please, the sleeper here is my invitation. Well, they look cool too. At Rabai's command, the hand immediately loosens, and their apologetic look replaces the scowl on Chia's face. Of course, I'm sorry. Don't you worry. I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the Tambor? They have a delivery coming and they'll need some help with the lifting. So Sleeper, I'm glad. So Sleeper, you came. I'm glad. I'm sorry for that. She smiles. Okay, they didn't change the picture. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. You have to understand, finding you there in the Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on the station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. I like your sense of humor, but let me ask you a serious question. Bai begins walking just as you for to walk with her. She takes you down the staircase. What do you know about Yatagan? Nothing. Come on, Sleeper, humor me. I know we have a reputation. You with the carts pushed past, moving crates of supplies, the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies the threat. Is that fair to say? We're framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws? Erlen? Indeed. You understand the history then. That is good, but Erlen is long dead, Sleeper. And his rules were a little more than optimistic. Manifesto. The eye has changed so much since then. If you had spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erlen's time. They didn't need to house thousands. And keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. The collapse didn't just happen here on the station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. Moons of ember and cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Erlen, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many with his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as hoped. Oh my gosh. Rabai leads you through a small market hall busy with small stalls and traders. Erlen's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions, families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yatagan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of that need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth, I have worked to earn it. Oh my god. Rabai catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while, among the smells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be home for you too. Where is Sabine? I told you, Sleeper, they have gone, and we do not know where. I understand Sabine must have told you about their debt to us, but that was an agreement entered into willingly, and that benefited them greatly. I will be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yatagan. An ex-corporate employee, it goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied. That was all. But I can't allow people to go back on the promises that they had made to us. Yatagan had not lasted this long because of charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Yannick is one of the heads. They guide us. He is the newest to be elected. That's your right. I only wished to explain our actions, to speak for Yatagan. You realize that Rabaya has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase to the walkway where you met. You're free to go, sleeper. I've said what I had wished to say. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me, and I wanted to make that clear. However, if you wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You will be able to see Yatagan, see the low end with your own eyes, not as other frameless. As for Sabine, I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabaya leaves, slipping back into her office, while you stare at the countless units, each a home, each with a story that make up the low end. Work for Rabaya. Patrol. Collect tithe. And I don't know about all that. I finally have enough beans I can fucking cross this dumb gap now. Oh, they lowered it because we mentioned Ankita. That's cool. A tattooed spacer takes your chits and tells you to prepare, so we're waiting edge of your arrival. The Greenway, we got Service Dock, Haifa Commune, Wild Margins, The Wastes. This looks cool. Map pathways or walk the Greenway. Any way to become part of the commune is to work your way in through long service isn't for everyone. Oh, this is tracking the fucking dude. Okay, going green. So much going on here. Okay. I'm gonna use this opportunity to call it because, yeah, this seems like a good spot. No skill points. Um, cool. This is still a lot of fun. Very interesting story, I think. Um, who do we have live? We can go bother our friend here. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. That's gonna be it for today on me. Yeah, thanks for sticking out. This is a lot of reading though, which is good, but it it wears on you a little bit. But I'm having fun. With that, I'll see you. Bye bye. Wait, we're gonna read first, and then I'm gonna bye bye.